Now, you may recognize Nova Stevens as one of the organizers of two major marches for Black Lives Matter in Vancouver earlier this year. Well, now she has also been named this year's Miss Universe Canada. Nova Stevens, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you so much.
So, what does this mean for you to get a title like that, Miss Universe Canada?
Well, first, it means that I get to go to Miss Universe to represent Canada, which has been a dream of mine for the longest time. I didn't think I could ever represent Canada on a global stage because I never saw people like me representing Canada and Miss Universe. So to be able to conquer a goal that I once thought was impossible just makes me so happy.
And what is exactly involved in getting a title like that? What do you have to do?
A lot. Contrary to popular belief, you have to do a lot. There's a lot of preparation that goes behind it. I had a public speaking coach. I had obviously a fitness coach, a runway coach. You have to be very up to date with what's going on around the world. So these are not just women that are beautiful, but they're knowledgeable women. They are confident women. They're empowered women that just want to do the same for other women as well.
Okay, and now that you've got the title, how demanding is that role?
It's pretty demanding.
Yeah, you have duties even now?
I do, but because of COVID, we're unable to do a lot of the things that I would normally do. Normally, I'd be in Nicaragua right now with Operation Smile, which is another organization that Miss Universe Canada works alongside with. They operate on kids who have cleft lip and cleft palate. So because of that, I'm obviously here in Vancouver. But it's just been, for me, it's just been educating people about racism and racial inequality. Because although I can't physically go out there, I do have a voice and I'm using it as much as I can.
Well, I really wanted to get at that because it was interesting to see in your speech at the competition, you said, I want you to see color because seeing color does not mean that you're racist. So how would you like people to see the world?
I want people to see the world for what it is. I feel like oftentimes we are naive to what's going on, especially if it's not directly affecting us. You shouldn't have to be a person of color for you to see that people of color are being mistreated solely based on the color of their skin. So when I say I want you to see color, that's exactly what that means. See us and see that we are being treated differently because of the color of our skin.
Now, pre Black Lives Matter rallies, pre pageant, that type of thing, tell me a little bit about your family's history.
Well, I'm originally from South Sudan, so I'm Sudanese descent. I immigrated to Canada at the age of 6 with my cousin, leaving my immediate family behind. My family is currently still in Africa. My mother is in a UN camp, actually. I don't know, a lot of people don't know what's going on in South Sudan, but it's very war torn and it's been in the state of war for the past 6 years, I would say. So my mother is stuck in a UN camp while my father and my siblings are in Ethiopia. So I would love to get her out and unite my family and see them for the first time in 22 years because it's been that long, unfortunately.
Oh, that's amazing. So who brought you up here?
My cousin.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's fast forward to a really tumultuous year with some really important issues being discussed. And we saw thousands of people turn out to Vancouver's Juneteenth march following the murder of George Floyd back in May. And I know you were one of the organizers of the rally there. Where do you see the Black Lives Matter movement today?
Gloria, I don't even like to call it a movement because this is human rights we're fighting for. It's not a movement that you just join and then all of a sudden you leave behind. It should be a lifestyle for all of us. Fighting for human rights should be a basic necessity and a lifestyle for everyone, not just people of color. I hate to admit, but I do find that a lot of people have just kind of fallen off the bandwagon. It's no longer trendy for people to be involved with Black Lives Matter. It's no longer relevant, and that saddens me because we have still yet to tackle the issues of race.
That's very interesting that you put it that way. Maybe because it was perceived as a movement. It's like, yeah, I want to join. Okay, now my attention is over here. Is it an attention issue, or why do you think that's happening? Why has the attention fallen off?
I think maybe the lack of coverage. It's no longer the topic of every news station. during that time, everywhere, every station was covering things related to Black Lives Matter. So because of that, people don't feel the need or the pressure to be a part of it, I think.
I see. So, what do you hope to change about that? I guess what can you do about that practically here on the ground in Vancouver?
Continue to educate people. I think we have to continue to talk about it. We cannot let the issue, die down and by being silent. We have to continue the conversations. Even when people don't want to hear it, you have to continue talking about it. And I think that's something that we can all do collectively.
Well, we're talking about it right now, aren't we?
We are. Thank you.
What would you say to other people? I mean, I'm just thinking about the reason that some women get into pageants in the first place. And this was actually your third go around with International Canada, right?
Miss Universe, yeah, Miss Universe Canada. I would say, even if you think that you are not what they're looking for, be the pioneer of change. You can always be the first of the things that you think are so impossible to achieve.
I think that's a really positive message to end things on. Are you already, I just wanted to get back to Juneteenth and that type of thing. Are you already planning on what you'd like to see happen next year?
Absolutely. I mean, Shamika Mitchell and I, this is something that we've started. There's no way that we're just going to stop at one, March. It's going to be every year an annual event. Juneteenth as well as Emancipation Day, which is actually more towards the Canadian side. That is when slavery was abolished in the British colonies, which included Canada. So we're going to definitely do more for sure. Absolutely.
Nova, it is so nice to meet you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you so much.